Hello guys, my name is Fatih. Welcome to my channel Lalapolalaa. So officially starting today, I'm gonna post videos about programming, sharing with you guys anything about programming, from learning new language to maybe someday you guys might be able to be your own website. And of course, I'm not gonna only share just programming and code. I'm also planning to share with you guys the easiest way possible you can do to have your own website up and ready to go in no time. Maybe what you want is something faster and easier or easy to deal with since you have no prior programming or coding knowledge. Then I think my channel gonna be great for you. I hope so. But frankly, I don't know. You be the judge of that. Actually, I got a lot of things to say, but that's gonna be on another videos, I think. Yeah, maybe I should do a short intro of what currently my channel gonna be from this moment on. So enough talking about that. Let's go straight into today's topic. So today I'm planning to share with you guys something that I personally feel very grateful to be learning and knowing about this. Just FYI, I can say that I'm very new to programming JavaScript myself. I just started learning them early this year and I have been improving and learn a lot of other stuff along the way till what I am right now. So instead of teaching you guys about how to program a JavaScript, I'm gonna just share with you guys the neat and easy way to program your JavaScript programming or coding as a total beginner. This honestly helps me out like a lot, like truly. And I'm not gonna lie, if somehow I didn't stumble upon this method or way how to code my JavaScript, then I think till today I'm still will be having trouble learning and applying anything that I've learned for the past 6 months. So let's just jump into it. So guys, what you see here is the final version of the web app, the budget web app, the working final version of it. So once you download the project folder from the Git, which I'm gonna leave the link for from my project folder Git repo down below in the description, of course. And once you download it, open the folder, code smart folder. Just place the underscore smart underscore js folder anywhere you like in your system. So go inside the code smart folder and you're gonna get two folders inside that. You're gonna get final version and the starter version of the web app. So to open this budget web app, like I open this in my Chrome browser, you can maneuver yourself into the final folder. Right click on the index .html and of course open with your Google Chrome. Depend on you which kind of browser that your of your choosing. So that's how you're able to see the final version of the budget web app. But anyhow, for disclaimer, I'm gonna tell you guys that this is not something that I came out with myself, meaning that I learned this from other YouTubers, and I'm also gonna leave his the link to his page, to his YouTube video page, regarding this topic, the JavaScript topic. He got a complete course of learning JavaScript from a total beginner to intermediate level and also to expert level. So I'm gonna leave the link to his page or his YouTube page in description down below as well. But the HTML and CSS file, the HTML and CSS code of this budget web app, I did it myself. Only the looks of the website, the design of the website is the same as his, so no worries there. But anyhow, the logic part of the budget web app, the JavaScript part, is much more like what I learned from him, because I learned the neat and the smart way from him. But anyhow, I'm gonna share only this part to you guys. So why not we just get right into the demo part. So before I add new income or over here in this input container, uh, you can see for yourself that we have a total budget up here. Right now is zero budget right now. The total budget we're going to display up here, and also we have a total income. We're going to display here the value of total income, and same goes with the value of expenses. We're going to display here, and percentage of the total expenses that we have. So this is what we're gonna calculate in our logic part of the JavaScript. We're gonna calculate the total budget, and also we have to calculate the total incomes, total expenses, and the total percentage of expenses. That's the big logic part of the JavaScript programming. And the minor thing that we're gonna add or update and display is that the current month and also the current year from of this budget web app we're gonna add here. So that's the minor thing. And also since we gonna use JavaScript, we're gonna deal with the DOM manipulation, of course. So we have a plus and minus selection over here. Plus, of course, gonna represent the incomes. Minus gonna represent the expenses. That's why when I choose plus, the background color of the input container over here is gonna be blue. Uh, and if I choose minus, then you're gonna see for yourself the background color gonna change to pink, which represent expenses. So that's why I say plus represent income, and also expenses negative represent expenses. So let's add our first income. So let's name our description of first income of project one, which amounting to $1,000. So if I hit or I click this check mark button, or you can basically hit enter if you want, uh, it's gonna add our new income in our new income list. So the new income list gonna be situated the bottom left side of the page to where I'm hover my mouse. So this is where our income list gonna be displayed. And also the bottom right side is gonna be where our expenses list gonna be displayed. So we add this right now, and you can see that we add a new income in our income list. So we have project one amounting to $1,000, and also you have the option to delete this income when you hover, and then it's going to display the delete button. So what you can see is that our total income updated display and updated over here. Before this it was zero, but right now it's $1,000, and our total budget also already been updated up here, $1,000. So if let's say we add a new expense, let's call it as rent, and our rent maybe $500. So what we can expect is that our total expenses, the first thing that we're going to see is that our total budget is going to change, right? If we add a new expense of 500, then our total budget is going to left with 500. Total income minus total expenses. Right now we have only 500 as expenses, which is rent. Then our total budget going to left with $500. So total expenses going to be minus $500, and our total expenses percentage gonna be what? 500 times 100 divided by the total income, which is $1,000. That's gonna be 50% from the total income, right? So this is how it looks like. We left with 500 as our total budget. Total expenses is 500. Our total percentage of expenses is 50%. So let's say if we have a new expense, like let's call it as maybe loan, car loan. So we can add a value, maybe 200. So what we can expect here is that our overall budget is going to change to what? We add a new 200 to our total expenses. So total expenses gonna be 500 plus 200, meaning that we gonna have a new total expenses of 700, which gonna be deducted from our income. So 1,000 minus 700, that leave us with $300. So this is gonna be it's gonna change to $300. This is gonna change to $700, and this is gonna change to 70%. And also we're gonna add a new expense in our expenses list over here, right below this rent. Yep, this is what it looks like. So every time we change, doesn't matter income or expenses, meaning that change is that when we add or delete any item from income or expenses, our budget gonna change like always. If we change, if we add or delete income, then our total budget gonna change. If we add and delete expenses, our total budget gonna change as well. This is what gonna change. Doesn't matter any item type is being added or deleted. Total budget is gonna change. Doesn't matter what item type. The total income and total expenses gonna change depending on its own add or new item. Meaning that if I add new income, then only the total incomes gonna change over here. Uh, if I add or delete new income, is that it does not affect our total expenses. That's a given, right? So let's say if I delete this one over here, 770%, and total budget is 300. What we can expect is that this is going to change over here. Total expenses and total percentage expenses going to change, and also overall total budget is going to change. This is what going to change. This total budget going to change. We have to update that. This is going to change. This is going to change, and also we have to delete this list of rent over here. But what's not going to change is that this income, total income is not going to change. It's going to stay the same. And also this list of income is going to stay the same as well. So let's just try that. If I hit delete, you can see if I say this does not change and this does not change. The only thing that changes is the overall or total budget, the total of expenses and total expenses percentage. And also we remove the display of the rent expense before. So this is how the budget web app gonna function or works in the final version of our web app. So enough talking about the demo. Let's just get right into the programming part. Open your choice of code editor. Doesn't matter any code editor. Me, I'm gonna use Visual Studio Code. If you have any other code editor like Sublime, Text, or Atoms, just open it and import your project folder. But if you use Visual Studio Code like me over here, just go to File, add folder to workspace, move over to where you put your project folder that you download from the Git, and add, just click on the add button over here, and then it's gonna pop up in your code editor. So like mine over here, I'm using Visual Code Studio. So just to make it easier, I'm gonna put it side by side, and then we're gonna make it small. No worries, you can make it small. I also make it the budget web app to be responsive. So first, what you need to do is to open your readme.file. So inside this readme.file, you can read it for yourself. This just the basic information about the web app, how to get started, the software or prerequisite software that you need to install, and how to install things over here. Just a simple information, basic information. Yeah, but for the sake of explaining to you the step by step guides, yeah, you can scroll down straight to the subtitle of step-by-step guides. That's where we're gonna start. So this step-by-step guides are just a simple guide where you can refer to what things that you have to do whenever when we start programming later. So the first thing that we're gonna do on this budget web app is that we're gonna update month and year. So the month and year is this one, the June part and the year 2020. So we're gonna update the month and year. That's the first thing that we're gonna do. And the next thing, we're gonna change the background color of division div class middle part content. So this class of middle part content is the one right below here. So that contain all the inputs. So of course this one, right? So once user choose a selection of plus or positive, then the background color gonna change to blue. If they change to negative, that represent expenses, they're gonna change background color to pink. So that's the second thing that we're gonna tweak on this website, on this web app. So the third thing is that we're gonna create an object of budget data that we're gonna store all the data. Uh, in this budget app, we're not gonna use local storage. We're not gonna use any kind of storage like MongoDB, MySQL, SQL, or any other kind of storage. We're just gonna use a simple object of data that's gonna hold our data. So every time you hit refresh, then all data gone. So that's the simple way to do it. But anyhow, if you want it, you can comment down below if you want to see how to adjust this budget app that we have now to implement any sort of back end. I mean like database involvement of SQL, MySQL, or maybe MongoDB database. Uh, I'm able to do that also. So the object of budget data are going to consist of first thing is a array of income and also expenses. So each array of income and expenses, they're all going to have attributes of ID, description, value, which basically what we put down here. We have description, we have value, and also we have percentage, but percentage only for array of expenses. And also we have variable or attributes of totals of incomes and also totals of expenses. And not to forget, we also need to have total budget or overall or total budget, and also overall or total percentage, expenses percentage. So this one is just basically this one up here. So every time we add, next we're gonna have add new item. So every time we add new item, the first thing that we need to do is to get value from users, meaning that we to get value from the input fields inserted by user. So once we get the input fields, we're gonna do a simple validation to check whether the input fields is null or contain any data or not. Once it pass, then we're gonna add the new item information, the description, the value inside the data storage, meaning that our object of budget data. Since it's uh, defined as an array of incomes and expenses, that we're gonna use array push. And then after that, after we add them, we're gonna display the new item in UI. So this is the part where we're going to display the income list and also our expenses list. This is what we're going to display. And after we display them, then we're going to refocus and clear input fields. So if you see again, if I put rent over here, I add new expense of 500. After I click on this submit button or or hit enter key, then it will add a new expense in the expenses list over here, right? So once it added that, it's gonna refocus back uh, on our description placeholder. You can see it. Okay, I hit enter. It's gonna refocus and also clear the input fields. Yeah, that's why it's been clear over here. There's no text of friend. There's no previous value over here, and also refocus back to this description placeholder. That's also what we're gonna do every time we add new item. So next thing that what we're gonna do is we have to calculate budget. Basically, we have to calculate total incomes, total expenses, overall budget, and also overall expenses percentage. This one over here, this one over here, this one over here, and this one over here. Once we calculate all of them, then we're going to display them in the UI like what we have here. So after that, we have the thing that I said already consists of all of this. And then after that, we have option of delete item. So whenever we want to delete item, we're gonna have to remove the data from the budget data storage. So the removing of the data is according to the item type. So if we remove this rand, so the basically the data in the object in the budget's object data gonna be removed as well. And as well, we're gonna remove displaying the deleted data from the UI, like what I just did just now. And after that, we're gonna calculate back again. We're gonna update again our total income, total expenses, total budget, and total expenses percentage, and as well redisplay again the new uh, total expenses and whatnot. So everything that happened here, basically the same thing that happened here. Yeah. So that's the step-by-step guide which we're gonna refer once we start uh, coding or making the logic in the JavaScript programming. So why not we start making the code?